Motorcycles of Hope shop. Here we are with another episode of COH How To, and today we're going to talk about seat post selection, how to properly size your seat post, the two main types of seat posts, and how to use a shim in conjunction with a seat post to fit a down tube. It's a little trick I've learned over the years, and I hope you enjoy and learn something from this one. Stay tuned, you guys.
The tools you're going to need to properly size a seat post include a set of calipers or a seat post measuring device. And if you want to make a shim for your bicycle, you're going to need a razor blade or a pair of scissors.
So the two main types of seat posts that you'll run across more often than anything else is just your standard seat post. And this part attaches to a saddle clamp, which is right here. Here's the saddle clamp. And this saddle clamp attaches to the saddle of the bicycle. So it'll actually just fit on there like that, and then the seat fits onto the saddle clamp. So that's one type of seat post they have. This is just the basic seat post. The other type of seat post, the clamp is integrated into the seat post. So you'll have the clamping mechanism that clamps the saddle is attached with a bolt, a lock nut, and then two clamps that clamp on the rails of your saddle. So that's the other type of seat post. I'm sure they make more types of seat posts than that, but those two seat posts you're gonna see more often than any other seat post that's out there. Now that we've talked about that, let's talk about sizing your seat post. Seat posts are sized in millimeters. And if you're missing the seat post on your bicycle, there's a few tools you can use to size your seat post. One is a caliper measuring device, and one is a seat post measuring device. I'll post links in the description below as to where you can buy those two tools to measure your seat posts. I'll show you how to use both of those tools today. All right, let's take a look.
All right, you guys, here I have a Schwinn Meridian tricycle, and it is missing the seat post. So I need to size the seat post in order to get the right size seat post to fit in the down tube of the bike. To do that, there's two methods. The first method is to use a seat post measuring device, such as the one right here. And as you can see, you stick it into the down tube, and it tells you the millimeter size seat post that you need in order to select the right seat post for your bike. Let's use it and see what this Schwinn Meridian takes. Okay, the first thing you're going to want to do in order to measure the seat post is take off the down tube seat post clamp. And it just comes right off. You'll loosen it. You can loosen it up, and it'll come right off. And now we can measure the down tube, inside diameter of the down tube. All right, you guys, let's take the seat post measuring device and stick it in the down tube of the tricycle. You want it to be tight, and then that's going to be the measurement. So the measurement under 30.4, we go to where it's actually inside the hole. There was a 29.2. So we need a 29.2 to fit this seat post down tube. Okay. If you don't have a seat post measuring device, you can use a pair of calipers to accurately measure the right seat post for a down tube of a bicycle. Let's open it up and I'll give you a demonstration. Okay, to use these calipers, you need to first undo the lock bolt that's locking the caliper in place so you can move it. So there's actually a scale on this for millimeters. It's the top row of numbers. It goes from 0 to 10 to 20 to 30 and so on. That counts whole numbers of millimeters. And then this is a dial that does tenths or hundredths of a millimeter. So you go around 1, so that's 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, and then the full millimeter. So that's how the dial works. So how you do it is you'll measure the whole number and then see where the dial ends up, and that'll give you the fractional millimeter in addition to the whole number millimeter. So with these calipers, the calipers on the left measure the outside diameter of a cylinder or a circle, in this case the down tube, and the right side calipers measures the inside diameter of the down tube. So what we'll do is we'll insert the right side calipers into the down tube of the bicycle, going to each side of the circle to get a measurement of the inside diameter of the down tube. So let's go ahead and do that now. Okay, go ahead and use the wheel to open up the calipers. Once you're hitting both sides, all right, come out and get your measurement. Okay, so this is saying that it is 25,6,7,8,9.2. So this is actually giving us the same measurement as the seat tube or down tube measuring device that we used earlier. So we can either use the calipers to get a measurement for the down tube or seat tube, or we could use the seat post measuring device to get our measurement for the seat tube as well. Okay, the next step after you have it measured, to properly put on the seat post, put the clamp back onto the down tube of the bicycle. And it just fits firmly in place. And then after that, you're going to put the seat post into the down tube of the bicycle and clamp it. And as you can see, we tighten up the clamp. And the seat post still moves. That is because we just measured the down tube. It requires a 29.2. Well, this seat post is a 28.8. If you can see it right there, 28.8. These seat posts have the measurement on the seat post somewhere. This one's a 28.8, so we're 0.4 millimeters shy from what it should be. And that's why it's loose. It's loose. So what we have to do is we have to make a shim for this down tube and for this seat post in order for the seat post to not be loose after the clamp has been closed or clamped down. So now let me show you how to make a shim. All right, you guys, so in order to make a shim for a seat post that is not the proper size for the bicycle, you can take a Coke can, cut both the bottom of the can off and the top of the can off, and then you'll have a good shim that can be used for the bike. So let me go ahead and cut this and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so now we have a piece of aluminum that we'll be able to wrap around the seat post that we're using, and it's a good shim for the bicycle. I'll show you how it's done. Okay, so what we'll do is we will form a circle in the seat post with the can, just like that. And now we put the seat post inside of the shim. Get it to the height you want it. And then tighten your clamp with the shim in place. You get it really tight. You have to get it really tight. But when you do that, the seat should hold and you should be able to ride it without the seat post falling. So here's just a close-up of the clamp and the seat post and the shim and the down tube. And this method will work if you're only a fraction of a millimeter off on your seat post and your down tube. They also make shims that are designed for certain seat posts and certain down tubes. So you can look those up online and research that as well. All right, you guys, that was the basics of seat post selection for your bicycle. I hope these tricks and tips help. God bless you guys. I just want to say thank you to all my family, affiliates, and friends, and look forward to doing more of these videos in the future. God bless you guys, and see you in the next one.